Welcome everybody to the second Dad Diary. I didn't really know whether this would work how it is, but it seems to be working quite well. Let me know if this quality is good enough for you guys, because I'm using my iPhone's front-facing camera just so I can like see myself and kind of frame everything and whatnot. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the first one, for everyone that watched it. It got a bigger response than I was expecting. I was expecting like, I don't know, on this channel, it took like my last video to hit like 2,000 views. It took it like months, whereas we're at like nearly 2,000 views now and after one day, which is really cool. So, and also I got a really good response in the comments, and I have read probably 90% of the comments, and it's really nice to actually connect with you guys. So yeah, you guys know a lot more about me now, but you still had some questions. I didn't want to do this as kind of like a Q&A kind of thing, but I definitely want to do it in the same structure of almost diary thing kind of to start, and then to talk about a topic, and then potentially do other things like down the line as special videos on the weekend and stuff. But just to run a few things out you guys so that you know, because I've had so many questions about it. Yes, Holly and I did break up, and we were engaged. We're not engaged anymore. We are back together though. We're not living together at the moment, but we plan to, and we're trying to sort that out. So everything is good with us. Ravenna doesn't live here with me at the moment because she moved when Holly moved. But that's all, like, there was a lot of issues, and that's a lot of the reasons. Like I had a lot of issues myself, but it's all kind of sorted now in a way, and we're happy and we're moving forward. And yeah, so don't worry. Like, hopefully moving on, but obviously I'll update you if anything changes, because that's the whole point of this diary. But for now, it's all good, and they're doing great, by the way. Ravenna is 15 months now, coming up 16 months, or 16 months, coming up 17 months. I know she's like 16 months old. She can walk, she can run, she can talk, kind of. She can say daddy. That's her favorite thing to say at the moment, is dada and daddy. She can, yeah, walk, run. She eats loads. She had her first illness over the winter, which was just like she had a couple of little spots on the back of her tonsil, which could have been early signs of tonsillitis, but it doesn't look like it is. Looks like it was just some kind of flu or something that she's had, but she had antibiotics and stuff, and the doctors have looked after her and stuff, so she's all good. So yeah, there's that. Second of all is that, yeah, I'm living here by myself. I've already said that, and I plan to move soon. Pharaoh, my dog, is fine. I wonder if he'll come. Pharaoh, Fuss. Come on. I'm outside, by the way. When I said in the last video, I said, do you want me to be inside, outside, different places? You guys said like a mixture. Oh, come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. You see him? Look at that big boy. Look at it. He's got his balls. So he's like, I'm not going anywhere. There, look at the camera. He's massive. I just took him for a walk. And I just cut myself as well. Like the tiniest cut you've ever seen, but I did it on this piece of glass that's in front of me. I'm going to be doing these videos the day later, I think, or sometimes I'll be doing it the same day, but I find it easier doing it the next day so I can kind of recap. And also, to be honest, late of an evening or last thing of a day, I don't want to be sat talking to camera. And a lot of the times I smoke anyway, so I'm normally quite like chilled and relaxed by that time. So it's probably not the best time for me to be on camera. But I don't know, maybe we'll do a couple of those together sometimes. I'm not sure. I'm just going to kind of see where this channel goes. But no, I don't smoke tobacco at all, by the way, if you're wondering. So make your own mind up from that. Anyway, moving on about my day. So my kind of day and what I want to talk about actually worked really well together, because loads of you guys were asking about kind of my work and stuff. I'm going to get comfortable. I hope that's okay. I'm going to get comfortable because this might be a longer chat. Yeah, so my work. I really enjoyed yesterday, and I really enjoyed making videos. I made like 5 videos yesterday, which is the most I've made in years. Probably 2 years, probably like, honestly, probably 2 years. And I made it by New Year's dedication, I guess is what you'd say. It sounds really cringy and really lame, but I was kind of revitalized from New Year. Everything's kind of going good in my life at the moment. I kind of battled my own sort of like depression, anxiety, all that kind of stuff. I'm really careful how I say those words, because some people struggle from it so much more, like so much greater, but everybody deals with it in their own way. And I don't want to make anyone feel that what I went through was like nothing and they're going through something bigger when I talk about my thing. So I'm being careful kind of where I step on those, but I kind of work myself around it, I guess, work myself out of it. And I did that by the whole New Year magic and the New Year, New You. So I've got a new schedule coming out, which is video every day on this channel and my other channel, which is great. And I really enjoyed sitting down playing games. I only actually played, and I only uploaded yesterday, Call of Duty, because that's the game I'm currently, if I said like I'm addicted to something, it's Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I'm so addicted to it. I love it. It sadly doesn't get many views, but I'm not fussed about that anymore. And that comes on to what I want to talk about in a minute. But yeah, so I did my Call of Duty video, I edited it, and I found that the editing is actually the piece of work that I really hate doing now. And I had an editor, my friend Adam, for a bit. I think he's a pilot now. I think he's in New Zealand at the moment, learning to pilot. I was learning to drive planes, learning to pilot. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so he's not obviously working for me anymore. I don't have anybody else working for me anymore. I used to have a few people. I don't have anyone working for me now because I was like, no. I just want to fold in on my own, and I just want to like make my own little bubble, which is basically what 2018 was for me. Whether you think it was a good or bad thing, I don't know. I think it was a bad thing, but I had to do it for myself anyway. So yeah, editing is just a ball ache. Like, it's just so boring, and it's only because I've filmed the video. I know what happened. I know what's coming. While I'm filming it, I can see in my head, oh yeah, this, that, the other. But then when I come to editing, to sit down and edit, you can do two things really. You can do a half an hour edit, which is a pretty much cut, paste, link, intro, outro, interesting first bit, music, render, done, upload, make thumbnail, make title and description, and done. And you can probably be done in an hour doing all of that, including the recording sometimes too. Or you can do a proper day's work on a video. So if I was doing one video every day, and like, you know, let's talk about like the days when I used to like rack up 1 million views a video. Back then, I would make one video first thing in the morning. So I'd get up like 9 a.m. I'd practice from 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. on whatever game it was that I was playing. And then 10 a.m. to probably 11 a.m. is when I'd film. I'd film my footage, and then I would save the footage. Sometimes the footage takes a while to save as well, depends what you're using. I'd have lunch, I'd come back, and then until 5 o'clock. So for 5 hours, I would edit that one video. So it'd be like a really highly polished edited video. And fuck me, I just can't do that anymore. I cannot do it anymore. There is nothing more aching in my body than when I think about sitting down and like highly editing a video. This one's perfect for me because I'm literally using my phone for everything, and I'm just gonna upload it straight, and I'm not bothered by it. But I think that's the whole idea of this kind of flow. It's not cut. Because, oh mate, when YouTubers do that at the moment, it's getting too mad. Like, I lose the storyline, or I lose the plot, or I lose what we're talking about, because it's like bang, 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 bang. And like, they're sat here, then they're sat like here, and then they're really close to you like this, and then they're really far behind. And I'm like, just sit still and just talk. Anyway, so yeah, so editing. So I found that I'm gonna do quick edits. I've reached out to people to get an editor for me. So I'm going to potentially be hiring someone, which if you're interested, like, leave a link down below to your work in the description. I'll check it out. You don't have to be local because it would be sent over internet. So I'd literally film my video, send the file over, and then all day some person that's really good at editing, or probably quicker at editing and stuff, would work on it for me. And then I'd get it back and it's done. I just click upload and I'm done. And that's what I'm planning to do. It's going to cost me quite a bit, but it hopefully will make the videos a lot better on the main channel, and I'm not too fussed about spending money to make better content for you guys, because at the end of the day, it all started with you guys at the beginning. Well, probably not most of you guys, like probably like younger generations, because most people that watched me at the beginning were like young, 12, 13, so they're like 18 now. Yeah, shit, that's mad. That's mad. That's probably why some of you guys actually are still watching this video, because this is more us talking anyway. So yeah, so the main topic I wanted to talk about today anyway was life and work. All right, this is the two main things, and the two most important things as well. I went through a bit of a stage, probably 2017 to the end of 2018, where work was so just like horrible in my opinion that it affected my life, and it shouldn't have done. And before that, my life was my work. Like, literally everything I did was YouTube related. I kind of not screwed off them, but like not forgot either. I didn't forget about anybody. I just had so much more going on in my life that I had to attend to that I kind of forgot about everybody else here. And that's definitely obvious now. Now that I look at it, like, you know, I don't have that many friends here. I really don't. My school friends, I've got like a bunch of really tight, good friends, and a couple of really good friends locally that will do anything for me and I'll do anything for, which is awesome. And you don't need a load of friends. But what I'm saying is I definitely shunned everybody from my work. But I've spoken to people since about it, and they've all said like they were more proud of seeing me do stuff and being like more successful. And I'm like, I don't know, I can't, if I went back to school days and I looked at everybody now and I was like, who here's going to be successful and whatnot, would people have put their bet on me? I don't know. I'd like to hope so, because, you know, I was kind of working and grinding from like young, like really young. I was doing online modded lobbies, I was JTagging consoles, I was hacking into loads of different things, because that's what I used to love doing when I was young, was computer stuff, hacking stuff. And funnily enough, I don't know if you're watching Ollie White, but you might be. That's how Ollie White and I really like became quite quick friends, because yes, Farah, because we found out that after we did this work together, we went and did a job in California, and was it Nevada? I can't remember. For Cars 3, the new Cars film. I say new, it's been out a couple of years now, and we kind of bonded there. But when we got talking about like what we used to do, we both used to do modded lobbies. We both used to mod, hack into servers and do old JTagging and resoldering and bypassing security stuff. We both used to do that, so that was really, really cool. So it was interesting to find someone that I didn't think would do that kind of thing to actually do. So that was good. How the fuck did I get off topic? What was I talking about? Oh no, from when I was young, yeah. So it was interesting to see other people had done that from when they were younger as well. So I'd always done stuff. I was always busy. I was a busybody at school. I was naughty at school. I know you guys want me to talk about my expulsion and stuff like that, and I will do. I'll go through it all. I'd love you guys to leave a list down below of all the things you want me to talk about. I'll definitely talk about that, talk about family stuff, talk about business stuff. There's an abundance of stuff to talk about. But anyway, so yeah. So I kind of lived my work for a bit, which was great, but I didn't have a life at the same time because it was all one. I became MasterOv. I honestly did, and that wasn't me. It's really hard to explain, but when you're trying to do a kid-friendly act, when you're trying to be kid-friendly constantly, you start becoming that, and it I don't know, it just changes you. It really just changes you. If you looked at videos that I made with my friends when I was like 12, 13, 14, 15, they weren't bad as in bad quality, but they were probably really rude, probably kind of offensive, and you know, a lot of those kind of things. Whereas I then had to go to like perfect and be like, you know, never swearing, never saying anything that might offend somebody, never doing this. And you can see that in my work on YouTube, because I actually started off YouTube being me. I would swear, I'd make rude jokes, I would do stupid challenges, and I was guided, whether you think it was by networks, management, people, influences in my life, I was guided down this tunnel of child friendliness, that this is where you want to be, this is what's accepted, PC, be really PC. And it sucks, like it really sucked. It was really good to start off with, because the channels were growing, the company was growing, like money was just flowing in, everything was like dandy. I was like, this is great. But it took like 2 years. I think it took actually when I met Holly to realize this isn't me. Because I remember going out with Holly for the first time. I went and picked her up, and we went out for like, I don't know, steak and a film or something, and I was me, and I was like, I haven't been like this for like a couple of years, and I was so happy, and that's why I fell in love with Holly so quickly as well, was I felt so comfortable, because I was me again, and she didn't care if I said rude things, she didn't care if I did this, she didn't care if I acted a fool, because that's normal. And I forgot that my YouTuber self wasn't normal. That just wasn't normal. That's not me. I was so worried about everything that I did, because I was like, oh, what if a brand thinks this, or what if a brand sees about this? But I've learned that kind of thing doesn't matter anymore, and people will like love you and follow you and watch your stuff and whatever, no matter who you are, as long as you're just yourself. And that's definitely what I'm being now, and you can see that from me talking, and also from my other videos going up on the channel. It's a couple of big ass birds. I think they're buzzards. Big birds. Big bird. I didn't think they'd be out this kind of year. I thought it was a bit cold. So yeah, so I kind of realized that I was becoming this like child-friendly self, and I didn't like it. And I pushed the boundaries a bit when I was doing like the Pokemon card unboxings and like the kid videos, like and we did some costume videos as well. I don't know if you guys remember this. We did some like unboxing of toys and stuff, and they were great for work. But the problem was, it wasn't work. It was me. It was me doing it, and I was like, shit, this ain't me. I don't want to be dressed up as Elsa or opening up a toy. I would do if Ravenna wanted me to. If my daughter wanted me to do that for a video for her, fuck, I'd make anything for her. I'd do anything. So if she wanted me to make a toy channel for her, I'd do that. I'd be right on that. And you never know, because I don't know, something might happen in the future with Ravenna and YouTube. That might be the big thing still when she's a little bit older and she wants to do something. I don't know, but I'm happy to do anything for her. But the problem was, I was doing it, and I was putting these things out there, and I was like, do I really want to be remembered as the guy that dressed up as fucking Bob the Builder and opened a toy by himself in his garage? Probably not. Like, yeah, probably not. So I kind of cut that quite quickly, and when I started cutting that, I started realizing that I just wasn't happy with work. And even though I work from home, so obviously I'm here, I'm at my office. God, it's hard to motivate yourself to get up and get out and stuff. So I took the plunge and I decided I needed a break. If you ever need a break from anything, just take the break. Don't think about, well, I was going to say don't think about the consequences. Think about the consequences, obviously, because if the consequences are dreadful, don't do it. But if it's like, you know, like in my case was, you're going to lose following, you're going to lose your ranking on YouTube, YouTube's going to hurt you with your algorithms, you're not going to make as much money, you're not going to get as many subs, blah, 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 blah. As soon as I was through that in my head, and I'm like, yeah, but I don't care, because at the end of the day, I need to be happy. And if I'm not happy, you know, my videos wouldn't come out anyway. You got to take that leap. So I took the leap. I took some time off. A lot of stuff happened in that time. This was last year. I'm talking about a lot of stuff happened, more on my private side of life. And then I took the decision. I literally took the decision to be me again and be a bit more out there. And I think that's kind of what I'm doing. It's still taking me time. I think it will take me this whole year. I think by the end of this year, you'll hopefully see exactly who I am. And it will surprise you, because I'm not a child-friendly kind of guy. I'm not, you know, I like to think of myself as an amazing dad. And, you know, if any kid ever needed help, I would always be there to help. I'm a nice guy like that. But what I'm saying is there's a boundary between being a nice guy and everything, and then being this child-friendly person that every parent thinks, yo, okay, all right, this is honest truth. This is the thing that annoyed me the most. And now that I'm a parent, I get it too. But if I was out, right, and about, and someone wanted to come up for a photo or come say hello, which happens a lot, and it's great and it's awesome, and I'm so happy to do it, and I'm so thankful and grateful to do it. But it's when the parent thinks I'm like their best friend. I'm like, yeah, I make videos and they watch it, and you might hear my voice around your house and stuff a lot, but I can't come out and play football with your 8-year-old kid. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I can't do that. What the fuck? That's weird. I can't have your kids coming knocking on my door asking to play. That's, you know, I'm an adult at the end of the day. And it was that kind of point where I was like, shit, this isn't. And then the problem is from there, and I know, I'm not going to say their names, but I know from a lot of other YouTubers who are a lot bigger than me, but have been good friends, they've told me stories, and I'm like, I can't believe them, but I do believe them, because they wouldn't lie about those kind of things. And they've literally had to hibernate and lock themselves in and stuff because of it, and I don't want to ever be at that stage. So yeah, I took the decision to be like, right, you know what, I will still be your friend online, and I'm hopefully all your mates online, and you guys, whoever I talk to in the comment, I think of as just a friend online. So you are all my friends and stuff, but you know, it gets to a point where you start realizing that I'm also a father who runs a company, who has a life, you know? So I was like, okay, people need to start seeing this. So I started doing a bit of vlogs. Then I realized that vlogs were way too intrusive in terms of, not for me, for everybody else. Like, I wouldn't want someone, if I was throwing a party, okay, let's say I was throwing a party here, and I invited a couple of YouTubers over, and they came over, and without question, without asking me or asking anyone else here, they whip out their fucking DSLR like this, like, hey guys, and start doing it around your house and with your family, and it's really rude and it's really intrusive, and I don't want to do that to others. I don't mind. I love being on camera and I love showing you guys around my life, and I love showing you like on holiday and stuff like that, which I'll definitely do on this channel. But it's when it becomes every day, when you include it. You can do vlogs every day and keep it in your house and keep it just you. And you know, if I ever do vlogs, which I'll do a vlog every now and then, but I'll keep it me, Holly, and Ravenna. I won't go out and, you know, meet people and friends and stuff that don't maybe want to be on camera and stuff. Whereas other vloggers don't seem to understand that. And I get it because they're younger, and I probably was when I was younger. You know, when I started YouTube when I was 18, it's 5 years ago now, I was a lot more hyper, and I was a lot more whoa, you know, all this kind of stuff. Look back at my old vlogs, you know, they're crazy. You know, when I went off on holiday with all the other YouTubers in LA, when I went off to them in, I've been so many places with so many people, I forget, which is great, which is awesome, but it's, you know, anyway, so I didn't vlog, so I stopped vlogging because of that. And then I was like, right, I'm going to be me. So I've started being me. And even though, yeah, of course the views are going to drop, it's January, so CPMs are shit, money's going to go, not down, well, it will go down, less than you would have made in December, but just January sucks for money anyway. But I was like, that's perfect, because I don't care how many views I get. I don't care how many of this, I don't care about it. I just want to talk to you guys. And I think that's kind of what's helped me through and made this whole new year, new you kind of thing. And from that, I kind of want you guys to take that if you're doing something you don't like, there's a point where you have to do it. You just have to. You know, if I lost, let's say, you know, touch wood that it doesn't happen, my floors would, my company goes down, I lose everything, and, you know, I don't know, a massive bill comes through for however many 100K that you need to flog, you know, something mad happens, and I'm talking mad. And if that happened to me, I would be like looking for a job like that, because I've got a daughter and I've got to provide for her. I've got a dog that I have to provide for, and I have Holly who can provide for herself. I'm not saying you can't, babe, you can provide for yourself, obviously. But what I'm meaning is that I need to be the breadwinner, and I would be fucking at McDonald's the next day signing up, because I know they've got work at McDonald's near me. So I'd be there, ready, and I'd do it. And I'd do it happily because I know I'm putting bread on the table. I'd go to Game, and I'd work at somewhere like Game, somewhere that I think would be fun. But there comes a point where, do you just want to be doing that? Or do you just want to be, you know, in the system, doing the same kind of shit that everyone else is doing? So that's where this step that I'm now taking of being me, still as like this kind of internet personality, which I am, but I'm being more me. So it's a risk. It might not pay off, and if it doesn't pay off, I don't really mind as long as I'm happy about it. And so far I am. So that is good. But yeah, there definitely comes a point where the job that you're doing, or whatever it is you're doing, it doesn't have to even be work. It can be, you know, what you're studying, I guess. Once you've disinterested yourself so much and it starts to hurt you, the fact that you have to do that every single day, you just have to smash through it and do something new. He's talking to another dog, and yeah, that point came for me, and I'm kind of doing the same thing though. Like, right, I'm still doing video games, I'm still doing videos and shit, so I'm still doing the same kind of thing. It's just a little bit different, and then I am working on other things on the other side, because you've always got to be ready. I'm kind of, you know, I'm ready for if YouTube just completely screws up on me and just stops as a work. I'm like, okay, that sucks, and I'd miss everything because I love YouTube so much, and I love old school kind of YouTube, I guess. I'd be so upset that it would stop, but I know you'd have to kind of kick on and carry on doing something, so I'd find something else, and I'd be ready for it. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I haven't really got much else to talk about. I took Farrah out for a walk yesterday, which was great. Our first New Year walk. I got him a new collar, so he has to have a pincher collar, just obviously due to the sheer size of him and everything. And sadly, it's an XXL. It's the biggest one I could find. It was something like 65 or 70 centimeters, which, you know, if you get two rulers out and put them round, and you start realizing how big that guy's neck is. You know, the big neck guy that's like currently trending or whatever. Fucking Pharaoh is the bigger neck guy. He is massively big neck. I can hear him playing with it now. So this one, sadly, it fits and it works and it's safe, but it's just sometimes too tight. So I've had to custom order one that's a little bit bigger, but get this, it takes 2 months for them to make this. Why does it take 2 months? I have no idea. And because it's bigger and because it's a one-off, I had to pay a lot more for it, but he's worth it. And I want him to look cool. And trust me, this collar that's come is cool, but also it's very functional and it works really well. So yeah, so the walk was nice. It was nice to have a walk. It's actually quite cold, but I'm sat outside and it's not too bad. I love sitting outside. I'll spend hours out here, mainly because I smoke and I don't want to smoke inside, for very, very obvious reasons. And I love to come out here and chill and stuff. So yeah, and you'll see a lot more about here, I guess. Anyway, I'm rambling. As soon as I get to this point, what were we, 25 minutes in? Damn, these are gonna be long videos. I start rambling. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna film it tonight or if I'm gonna film it in the morning each time, but they'll always be a day later. So today should be the 3rd. Is that right? Yeah, so today's the 3rd, and this is the video that's talking about the 2nd of January. It's always gonna be one day later, and I never know what time I'll upload them. They'll be completely random. But yeah, thanks guys for hanging out. If you've watched it all the way through to the end, comment big dogs rule. Big dogs rule. Big dogs rule in the comment section, just to confuse people that haven't watched it to the end. And they'll be like, what the hell is everyone talking about? Anyway guys, I'll see you tomorrow.